I've been playing in bands for about 11 years. I started out with a great band from Victoria, BC, and we were pretty crazy and had lots of fun. We toured all over Canada and in a van with 6 people and a baby, and since then I've been playing with quite a few different bands, and that's been most of my career thus far, is backing up other people. And then I ran into Miss Allison Russell of Po'GIrl, and she was like, we need a bass player. So I thought that that would be a really good career move, and I really value her as a musician. And as it turns out, I kind of went on the road with them 2 weeks later and then didn't stop for years. So there wasn't any time to do anything but Po'GIrl for the last 7 years. I really love collaborating. I think collaborating is something that I'll always do and I always benefit from. But I think it's time for me to actually find my musical voice. Sail away. Somewhere in there going boom. You always would put those ba-bas further back in the mix in the ending. It kind of feels like it needs some kind of crashing going on in the song.
Yeah.
Ending when the chorus ends so that the oohs are by themselves. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you're doing like the big hit. Yeah, kind of wussy it up.
Yeah.
I believe in miracles with the darkest goals.
The album's called Where the Darkness Goes, which is going to be the title track. It's kind of, I feel like, really appropriate to be the title track of this body of work that I've both thrived through writing and struggled through writing. There is a difference between the writing for a group and for the groups that I've written for and for the stuff that I'm doing on the solo album. It feels more personal. There's no one else to look at for the end result or for the songwriting. There's no other influence. It's all my influence, so it feels very personal. I'm recording my solo album in Minval Studios, which is the same studio that Po'GIrl recorded our last album, Follow Your Bliss. I'm working with a really amazing engineer slash producer, Zach Goheen. I love working with Zach. He has great ideas. He's amazing at what he does. I'm working with some incredible musicians, some Chicago-based musicians, Chris Merrill and Michael August and Jason Batchko and Drew Lindsay and Chris Neal and Dan Abuapsi. They've worked together predominantly in this really amazing Chicago-based band, JT and the Clouds. As it is, I have to haul around a banjo and an accordion and a guitar and a bucket bass, and so I'm going to be playing all those things on the record, which is really fun for me too, writing the different parts and getting to play them out.
So long, farewell, my dear friend. Love's so blind and you just can't forget. You hold my hand in the dark as we walk under the stars. You promised me that you will always be.
That's kind of the most gratifying thing I think about writing and recording is to be able to have the end product and be like, that was the best thing that could have happened to that song. Like, that's it, we got it, you know. Those few times that you nail it is kind of what I live for, and probably what a lot of artists do live for. And whether that appeals to the masses or appeals to anyone, that doesn't really matter. But it's that understanding that you created this thing to its fullest capacity, and that's kind of what I'm striving for. And hopefully in the end people do like it. Other people like it too. So.